Good evening, everybody. This is Johnny Seville. This is your executive summary for stock setups for Thursday, the 27th of April. So let's take a quick look at the action. So we've seen open range continue to move to the upside. As you can see, the inverted head and shoulders that we've been talking about. If we measure that, you can see has gotten down into that target area we were discussing. We talked around kind of that 24.10 to possibly as much as 24.20. You can see we reached a low today of 20. Well, let's flip it around the right way up. We reached a high, sorry, of 23.98, so right on that 2400 mark. So obviously there could be a bit of a downside pullback, but it looks like there's still a bit more steam in the rally. HYG, the corporate high yield bonds. As you can see, these ones have continued upwards as well, showing a short-term bit of reversal today as well. And of course, we'll look at stocks above or below their 50-day moving average. Here we go, coming up now, which you can see has also been on a rocket, almost back up towards that, at 65%, gearing up towards that 70 and possibly higher. So we've certainly seen bullish action all across the market, and the long, we do have a couple of new longs potentials for you today. But let's start off with the review from the newsletter. So we'll go into FPRX. This one was obviously one of the new ones from Monday night summary. This one's looking good so far, holding above its moving averages and obviously holding above that support today. So that's obviously one of those fallen angel potentials. RECN. That one was also a fallen angel. We wanted that to pull back to 14.25, which it did yesterday with a low of 14.25, and that's closed really well. Just needs to break through that 20-day moving average now. As you can see, so far looking really good. EVRI, which of course was, we sent out an intraday alert back here on, let's have a quick look here. Yeah, back at when it was at 573, it's rallied beautifully now up to 622. But as you can see, it's slowly but surely. I would certainly look at adding a stop criteria here to at about 587 just to protect that profit that's been made. Possibly you could even consider taking a little bit of profit at this point as well. Okay, BW. That's also the fallen angel. That's looking really strong. That's broken up. It's been increasing volume on the breakout above this horizontal line. It's closing in the top half of the range. So again, really impressive move so far with this one. NYMX. This one's moving on really strong volume. This was originally from the flag scan. It's up really nicely here. I would, as you can see, it's pushing higher. Good volume today, 590,000 over 298,000 yesterday. So really impressive. I would look at updating a stop criteria to 457 there to protect that one. IDT, also fallen angel. This one's obviously continued up from 13 entry criteria, now hitting an intraday high today of 1602. So really impressive. This one just keeps on pushing. I would update the stop loss here to 1496. Second last, HOLX. Of course, this one has broken through that 43 confirmation zone we were talking about, and from there it's just powered through up now to 44.60 on the close today. So those options should be looking really good, and of course that looks like it should continue hopefully up to that 46 target area. And last but not least, IDXX. This one I would look at. As you can see, this one's been a long, slow and steady wins the race, just keeps pushing. I would update the stop loss on this one to 155.33. And again, if you wanted to take some short-term profits, it's up almost about 20 bucks. So again, really like this one. Also, it's been one of those continual performers. Now, in terms of the longs, there's a couple on the watch list. This one probably not quite ready yet, but SRNE, this could certainly be a short-term push. If we break the high here of $2.05, we could certainly see a rally up to this area at around 268. So yeah, a break of if we saw a break of say 208, we could get a decent entry criteria there, and I'd look at a stop criteria just below. Let's have a look on the 164. So there's quite a decent amount of potential risk there, percentage-wise. So that would be something I would look at as a smaller play, so that you're not risking more that you would on something with a small stop loss like 2 or 3 or 4%. But I'd look at a break of 248, a stop criteria down there. Below the the turning zone of 164. So yeah, look at 158, and again, this could be a momentum play with a short-term target of that 263. Okay, now if we wanted to get a little bit more tight, again we run the risk of a possible stop out, but if we wanted to tighten that up a bit, we can go to the hourly chart, and for that we would then see where some possible other zones are, and we want to look at volume to see where any kind of big volume breaks have occurred on possible breakouts. So you can see that we may have a nice shelf of support here, but again you can see it's still around that 164 area. So that's still serving as that support. If we were to get any tighter than that, let's have a look at this. These big volume candles. Yeah, you can see the volume all kind of sits around that area. All right. So there's one potential. CDTI, I also like the look of. Not a lot of volume today, but this had some decent insider buying back in December. As you can see, it kind of flagged here and looks like it's going for a run. This one, again, has some decent insider volume back a little while ago, back in December, and seems to be forming a nice bit of a surge. 1.58 million, pulled back on 1.15 and 1.1. So we'd want to really see that break through this resistance, as you can see, was previous support back in August. So if we break 363, that would be my entry criteria, and I would be looking at the support down here at so a break of 363. Let's have a look at the hourly chart to find our support. So it looks like, as you can see, looks like the possible flag here may have already been broken. Let's have a look. So just starting to, the volume really came in toward the end of the day. So yeah, if we've got a break of 363, the high here was 354. So we see we've got some support here under the low of this candle of 305. So we can look at a stop at 307. But we've also got a shelf here that we could use. So there you go. You can see there's a couple of resistance levels. If we look down at say 327, that should do. So that's the second one on the watch list there. For those who really like to trade flags, these I'll give you two that I'll be watching tomorrow, and for those of you who be kind of like to look for those sometimes intraday aggressive entry points, I'd take a look at SONS. Seems to be forming a flag, so this one's going to be on the watch. Huge volume today, breaking through the moving averages. We're going to be watching for a pullback here, and HDSN also on the watch list. Also possible flag play where you can see it's had a big move. Not quite as strong of a flag though as the previous one, so I do prefer SONS. So there you go. That's the summary for tonight. Wish you very good luck, and of course, happy trading. Take care.